appropriate song because it's Monday, y'all. Oh, it's supposed to be the big major eclipse today. I won't be watching it. I didn't watch the last one. What did I do this weekend, y'all? Let me quit playing around. What did I do this weekend? My dementia's already checking in. Clean my house. Me and my hubs went to go get dinner. Yeah. My husband took the children to see the movie Godzilla. He said it was alright. They liked it. I have no interest in that stuff. I wait to come. It's been forever since I've been to the movies. It's really nothing that I would spend my money on. And since I pay for all these dang on apps, I'm be watching it when he come on the app. Cause I ain't got time today. You hear me? But yeah. So no. Other than that, y'all, just clean my house. Just continuing to get ready for this move. That's about it. That is about it. A lot of chilling. Went to the gym yesterday. Sweated it out in the sauna. Yeah, just chill, man. Just getting the week back started. Getting myself motivated to knock out another week. You know how that go. But yeah, that's it. Total boring, which I love. I love boring. I absolutely love boring. But let's get into this news. So, Ukraine war. UN body urges restraint after a nuclear plant hits. A dog went missing in San Diego. She was found more than 2,000 miles away in Detroit. Now, how did she get over there? South Carolina beats Iowa Caitlin Clark to win the national championship. And South Carolina completed an undefeated season. All these girls, it's their senior year. They'll be going on to the WNBA. They'll be balling. Another Boeing engine fell apart during the Southwest flight takeoff, FAA says. Gypsy Rose's husband says fans will see what really happened. I bet you he can't wait to yap his gums. He looked like he was... Any man that's going to be with her is going to be an opportunist. Let's be clear about that. GOP lawmaker accuses some of his fellow Republicans of echoing Russia propaganda. Another massive container ship loses power near the New York City's bridge. So, what is y'all doing with these containers? These Shein clothes is cutting off power. The U.S. is bracing for the cicadas by the trillion. I'm not looking forward to this. A suspect was arrested after alleged arson attack at Bernie Sanders' office. What y'all trying to attack old Bernie for? He ain't doing nothing to nobody. Alright, let's see what's on the Crazy X app. It always sounds like R-rated when you say X app. It's like skeezy. Clouds and storms may potentially obscure the eclipse. That's why I've never watched it. It's always cloudy. FAA will launch an investigation. Yeah, I just talked about that engine thing. Israel pulled troops from southern Gaza, South Carolina. I don't know why that mashed all up. Across the country, residents and businesses have been reporting widespread slowdowns in the mail. Yeah, a lot of people have been complaining about mail delays. 8 men are charged by federal authorities with stealing numerous cases of beer from the train cars. What a heist. Beer heist. Said Gen Zers and millennials are playing with toys to escape reality. Fun. that's about it, guys. Let me see what I liked on this crazy app this week. So this was a crazy story. This Texas nurse was arrested after videos found on her husband's phone after her having sex with her Great Dane. So William Mitchell Keene was also caught following children around a Texas supermarket and touching himself. When police confiscated his phone, that's when they saw his wife having sex with a dog. This whole couple is trash and need to be locked up. Needless to say, CPS took their children. So Aoki Simmons was trending this weekend because she has a 65-year-old boyfriend, baby. She's taken after her mama. It's really, I want to say it's sad, but it's kind of what she's been raised to do. Her mom was only 16 when she was dating her dad, who was 30 years older than her. So it's kind of like par for the course. These young girls feel like they gotta be with these old guys. I don't know. There's more eclipse talk.
Upon further investigation, I have far more confidence in the things that I have already said. Let me show you what I have found. 7.4 earthquake.
Alright, we're not doing this. Number one, his video's 10 minutes. I can't. So this was a crazy post. This girl was yapping her gums on Facebook, and then her baby starts vaping.
Oh, the bitch so mad, fool. Mind you, Disney, I set her up on Etsy. Mind y'all, I make 20K. I can make 20K in a day easy on Etsy. So, for one, she wanted me to set her up. I charged $500. This for anybody. I'm real. So I charged $500. She got mad because the first payout is like in 2 weeks. So when you, what the fuck is you? I'm gonna beat your ass.
Now how's she gonna say she gonna beat the baby's butt and her baby got a whole vape? She on camera and it's the baby's fault that she vaping. This baby look like she's maybe 18 months old. I hope CPS. You hate CPS to take somebody's child, but this is just a case right here. So this man hit this guy so hard that his banana flew out the peel. And play. He literally slapped him and a banana flew out his peel. That was hilarious. So this is a public defender in Seattle who's trans, but interesting apparel choice.
My comment about my client, I just met her. She's really nice. She's really smart. She sounds like she's got the right idea about things. I really support what she's up to, and I think it's fabulous. How about that?
She's accused of, what is it, criminal trespass?
In the first degree. Yes.
Is she innocent or guilty?
She's innocent, of course.
She's innocent, okay. Well, she's caught on video being arrested and protesting and allegedly protesting. So I'm trying to get all sides. So
My client is pled not guilty. My name is...
He didn't want to interview that. He wanted to go viral for how this person's dressed. And it's very interesting, to say the least. So this dude snaps after a judge freezes his bank account for child support and orders $2,600 to be garnished from his $3,300 a month income. Needless to say, he gonna be really broke after tearing this courtroom up like this. Computer monitors, chairs, over some child support. Ay, the craziness of it all. Okay, let's see what else we got around here, y'all. This carnival going on in Jamaica. People are telling Russell Simmons to call his daughter and check on her. They saying she got a sugar daddy because he stopped investing in her. I don't even want to play this video because I can't. The hair alone, I can't. Let's go to TMZ, see what they yapping about. I haven't been on there all weekend. Diddy still getting shout out from the fans. WWE WrestleMania was this weekend. A lot of people were there. Courtney and Chloe are in Turks and Caicos. A truck T-bones an ambulance carrying patients in Los Angeles. Logan Paul is even fighting at WrestleMania. Even though he's supposed to be fighting Mike Tyson, we know that fight gonna be fake. That's how you know it's fake. Don Lemon married his longtime boyfriend Tim Malone this weekend. Alright. I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Let's go to Reddit to see what's up with that. What single action could ruin your life if you did it even once? Probably if I did something to like ruin my home, my relationship. That'd be like the most important because that's your peaceful place. Driving drunk. Yeah, these days a lawyer gets you off for the first offense unless you kill somebody. I just read about an 18-year-old kid who was drunk on a cruise and jumped overboard because his dad was on his case about being drunk. Them cruise ships is crazy. Failed suicide. Staring straight into the solar eclipse. Yeah, that'll probably ruin your life. Marrying the wrong person. It can ruin your life, but you can recover for that. Believe me, I know. If I relapse on fentanyl, reaching for a cop's gun, somebody said pregnancy, suicide, yeah, ain't no coming back from that. Which dessert can you pass up on easy with almost no temptation? Banana split. I don't really care for them. They're just okay. I could never have them. And I'm not big on cherry pie either. I'm not big on lemon meringue. I don't like frothy mush. Jello fruit salad. Raisin pie, gross. Fruit cake, yes. Anything with raisins. Flan, yeah. Black licorice, absolutely. Absolutely. Alright, let's see what Am I the A-hole's reporting on today. Am I the a-hole for telling people the real reason my girlfriend broke up with me? No, I mean, y'all broke up, why wouldn't you? But let's see. So, I'm 19 and my girlfriend's 26. Stacy. Go to the same college. She worked a couple of years before getting her degree, and we're similar majors. She grew up in the Deep South and moved here with her mom and sisters when she was 16. She was fairly moderate in her beliefs, though, so there was no issue until recently. 3 weeks ago, I was asking the metal stairs, taking the metal stairs down from my apartment with my girlfriend and some friends, and I slipped as they were slick. I fell down and broke my leg. I had never had a major medical issue before, and it was the worst pain I had ever experienced. As I was screaming and crying in pain, my friend called 911, and I was taken to the hospital. I fractured a bone somehow when I fell and was in the hospital for 2 days. Stacy left the first night and didn't come back. When I was released, I asked her to live with me for a few days to help me out. She reluctantly agreed, and she seemed distant through that first week. The next Sunday, Stacey sat me down and said she wanted to break up with me. I was devastated and asked her why. She said she couldn't get the image of me crying on the stairs out of her head, and she didn't see me as a real man anymore. For context, I'm 6'2", I go to the gym and play lacrosse. You don't have to explain, my man. It hurt. By the end of the week, I got a text from my friends saying how sorry they were that me and Stacey didn't work out, and they hoped I had made the right choice. I was confused, and my friends told me that Stacey said we both decided to break up because we wanted different things. I mean, yeah, I would just tell them, you're not the a-hole. I mean, not the a-hole. She broke up with you because she didn't like the way you reacted to medical trauma. Yeah, she's not the woman for you, clearly. And good luck. She's got some more living to do, because some pains are just painful. Am I the a-hole for telling my parents that they made me choose between paying my student loans and having kids, so I had a vasectomy and they will never have grandkids? I don't believe this, because in our country, you have to be a certain age to have a vasectomy. So I don't believe this story at all. Somebody said, you don't want kids, that's your choice, and they don't have to say, especially if they treated you like crap. Am I the a-hole for not being comfortable letting my boyfriend go to the strip club for his birthday? So I'm 21 and my boyfriend's 21 and he's turning 22. We've been together for 3 years and his birthday is today. We had a conversation a couple of days ago discussing whether or not I was comfortable with him going to a strip club for his birthday. I told him no, but he kept asking, so I had to tell him no, and I'm not going to change my mind. I also told him that if he went, I would end things with him because he is deliberately doing something I was not comfortable with. Today's his birthday. He texted me saying there's nothing for me to do. I'm not going to be depressed on my birthday. My friends want me to go to the club and I do too, and you don't want me to do anything. I told him that I wasn't having the same strip club conversation again because I wasn't changing my mind. And he replied that his friends are saying that she's overreacted, and I thought about it. Today is about me and my friends having a good time, and I told him, okay, have fun. If he plans on going to the strip club, I intend on ending things with him, but he will say I ruined his birthday and that I'm overreacting. Am I the a-hole? For then she updated. She said, for everyone in the comments saying I'm controlling him, I'm not. He's grown. He can feel free to make his own decisions, but that doesn't mean I have to be comfortable with it. I think you're kind of a jerk for breaking up with him. I mean, what you think you're going to do? Like, has he given you reason to not trust him? And let him go hang out with his dumb little friends. Somebody said, no future in this relationship, start over for real. Not the a-hole, but follow through, break up with him if he goes. Yeah, don't try to be like a master manipulator. If your morals are you don't want your man going to the strip club, then stand on business and don't take him back. Not the a-hole, you laid it at a clear boundary. So, y'all feel the way y'all feel. Am I the a-hole for staying with my cheating boyfriend because we had 3 months left in the lease, then leaving as soon as it was up? The title says it all. He started cheating on me 6 months into the lease of our apartment. I found out about it 3 months later. Since he was so tired from work, I didn't even need to have sex with him for the most part. I spent 3 months moving everything I cared about and put it in storage. I found a bachelor suite for the same as I was paying for half an apartment while he was away for work. I moved out completely and told the landlord I was out. My ex got home to see that the lease had gone up because it was now month-to-month lease, and he is mad. I told him to ask his affair partner to pay half. So you stayed or you moved? Because that's confusing. Anyway, no, you're not the a-hole. Not the a-hole. Good for you for doing what you are supposed to do. Yes. Amen. And yes, somebody said get checked for STDs, and I absolutely 100% though.
The IRS does my money.
Agree. Alright, let's get into story time.
Say the weird thing.
Think of a number between 1 and 10.
Okay, so this is crazy, and I did this earlier, and I'm going to try it again, because there's no way he guessed me. So I'm going to try a different number. And y'all do too, because it's really crazy. So let's try again.
Say the weird thing.
Think of a number between 1 and 10. With that number, multiply it by 9. Now, if you have a 2-digit number, I want you to add those 2 digits together. Great. With that new number, subtract 5. Now, with that new number, find the corresponding letter in the alphabet. A is 1, B is 2, and so on. Okay, if you have a letter now, think of a name of a country that begins with that letter. A country. Got one? With the name of that country, the last letter in that country, think of a name of an animal that begins with that letter. Okay? With the last letter in the name of that animal, think of a color that begins with that letter. You got one? Seen any orange kangaroos in Denmark lately?
So I get it, because everything they say equals 9 all the time. But it's just fly how he did that with the country and the animal and all that. It's a really creepy test.
Well, let me tell y'all about some other weird ass shit. So, like I said, I'm in Detroit. I work for the Big Three. I work at Chrysler. Every year we get a big profit sharing check. We get bonuses, shit like that. But the profit sharing is like the real big thing in Detroit. It comes on the news. Everybody be knowing you got money or know what day you gonna have money. They just blast it all over the news. And the check be like this year was like 13, last year was like 14. The check be good. So, last year was the signing bonus though. So that was even bigger because we was going on strike if we didn't get what we want. And of course we had to go on strike. It was all over the news. I built the Ram trucks. This was the weird shit about this, us wanting a raise and building and going on strike. I dead ass had family members like, I don't think y'all deserve that money. Why do y'all need that much money to build a truck? Y'all don't deserve $40 an hour. Like, dead ass family members that know me and my brother both work at Chrysler. If that's not no hating ass shit, baby, if anything, you really can't get mad at me that I have a good job. This is the job that I chose and it happened to be a good one, baby, and I get paid to do good money to do the job that I do. So excuse me if you didn't get in when it was getting in, when the getting was good. But yeah, I just feel like that's like me knowing my family member work at McDonald's and me like, shut McDonald's down, shut McDonald's down. But I get it though. When bitches go to school, they be mad that you make just as much as them, if not more, without the student debt. Like, I do have student loans, but that was before, like, I had took some classes and stuff before I went to my current job. But yeah, my job pays 100% for me to go to school. I graduated May 4th, by the way. I took advantage of all the opportunities that Chrysler has given me. I go to the doctor for every little thing, free. Healthcare is free. No, I don't pay health insurance. My job pays for that. I'm going to continue to get my education because my union fought for that to be in the contract, and it's free. It's my education. Anything they have, I'm going to take advantage of. Any education, anything to better my life. Anything so that when I leave that job, I have skills, knowledge, education, whatever the case may be, experience, whatever the case may be, I have it. But yeah, don't ask me for a dime. Not a gift. Because how dare I spend my Chrysler money on someone that didn't support me? Weird asses. Mad y'all had to go to school for 5-10 years and we get paid the same amount.
That was that they constantly do announce how much their bonus is going to be, but using benefits for sure.
My honest opinion on some TV shows.
So he says to his dad and his brother, I'll fix this right now, and he runs and jumps out the window of the cruise ship into the water. And Coast Guards are still looking for him. So this happened around 4 a.m. on the Royal Caribbean's Liberty of the Sea cruise ship between the coast of Cuba and another island down in the Caribbean. You see, this 20-year-old was hanging out around a hot tub with a bunch of people, and they were drinking, and this went on till about 3:30 in the morning. That was when the dad and brother of this kid go to get him. And as they're walking towards him, the dad starts getting mad that the kid, who was 20 years old, was drunk. And witnesses say that's when the kid just said, I'll fix this right now, and he ran and jumped out the window of the cruise ship into the waters at 4 a.m. And I don't know about you guys if you've never been on a cruise, but you realize how dark it really is in the ocean. The cruise ship immediately dispatched the lifeboats, and they slowed down because they can't just stop on a dime. And then the next morning, people came out their windows looking around, trying to see if they can help spot the kid. They had Coast Guard out there, and unfortunately, they still haven't been able to find him. Sadly, in these cases, they never usually even recover the bodies because it's a big ocean and you're not that visible. So
that's what I be wondering when people go on these cruise ships and you take somebody that's erratic or whatever. Do you ever think twice about that? Because there's some people's brain that just want to do crazy stuff. Like they see that ocean and they don't feel like it's that intimidating. But yes, once you jump in there, especially at night, they probably not gonna recover you.
Yo, so look, everybody wanted a story time, so here it is. I'm gonna give y'all guys a story time. But look, this is my business partner right here. We was in Atlanta for a photo shoot, getting some things done. I was like, you know what? I'm in Atlanta right now. Panama City only like 5 hours away. Like, you might not surprise my girl. And safe to say, these pictures were so hard. Look, with me being there like all day, like just focused on work, I hadn't spoken to my girl the whole day. So now I'm already knowing like she may be mad, but what better way to make it up to her than surprising her to like come see her type beat. So I'm like, bro, Panama City, like 4 or 5 hours away from Atlanta. Let me go ahead and make that drive right quick. Honestly though, I can't be Delulu. Things did feel like a bit different, but like the lover boy inside of me is just like not gonna let me give up on anything type beat. So I drive my little happy ad down there, you feel me? I pull up to the hotel and like I remember she told me the room number like earlier that week. I just remember small stuff like that. I don't know how. But I make my way up to the hotel and I get to the room. I'm like, yo, no way type beat. Look, I don't want this video to be like 4 minutes long, so just like and comment for a part 2. Yo.
So he basically went to his girl's room and her cakes was getting clapped. Let's see.
So look, everybody wanted to.
Well, they took the sound off.
Yo, so look, everybody wanted.
Why did Vivica Fox get a BBL? She already messed up her face, and now she got a VBL, and it looks really bad. It's so sad. We could have heard the whole song, but I love this little Big Daddy Kane, man. I used to love Big Daddy Kane back in the day, but he is so right, y'all. We at that point now, everything is gonna start going by fast. We gotta live our life. Ain't no half-stepping.
I don't tell women that they have to be lesbians, but what I do tell them, everything that you believed about men was a lie. And what you're looking for in men are the characteristics of a woman. You want men to be providers, protectors, emotionally expressive, emotionally intelligent. These are all the character traits of a woman. And if you keep begging men to be women and believing that you have some sexual power or you just the baddest person that you can turn and you can fix any man, you're gonna continue to hurt yourself. Men will never be women, and you need to stop trying to force them to be. If you want to be with a man, you need to accept the man for exactly who he is.
I think that's a perfect statement. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some emotionally intelligent men, but for the most part, men are just they're not gonna always communicate their feelings. They're just not built that way. It's just not possible. And to expect that from them is kind of crazy.
Spanos on TV shows.
I just now realized
Black people are mad at me because I said that people of color invented country music and not black people specifically. And you know what I have to say to that? I am sorry. I totally misspoke in that video. I misrepresented the creation and origins of country music as a whole, and I would like to genuinely apologize for the way that I phrased that. I figured today could be a little history lesson for all of the non-black folks out there who did not know that country music was in fact created by black people. Country music originally was a form of storytelling. Now, a little bit of background here. Country music is fundamentally comprised of a few key components: string instruments, storytelling, and simply put, vibes. I don't know about you, but when I think of the banjo, Appalachia, bluegrass, and country music all come to mind. Much like a lot of the instruments that we hear and use today, the banjo was brought to the U.S. by African slaves. They would fashion the banjo and a lot of other stringed instruments out of things like gourds, dry gourds, which is just absolutely fascinating to me. Anyhow, these stringed instruments would be used during the inception of what we know today as blues. And blues was the parent genre of so many styles of music that we hear on the radio today, including country, because of the heavy storytelling that was often found in blues music. Now, here's the important part. At the time of the inception of country music, black people were not allowed to be in spaces where white entertainment took place. So it was very common for white people to put on blackface and perform this blues-esque music that was created by the African slaves. And get this, the music was so good, even when it was being used as a joke for entertainment, that it started to be taken seriously in mainstream media. So literally, black people created a genre of music, white people stole that music, did it on stage in blackface for entertainment purposes, and the viewers of these racist depictions liked the music so much that it started to gain traction and became a popular music genre. And of course, the credit goes to not black people. And over time, country music has been influenced by other POCs. Spanish music is another example of something that has influenced country music over time. But in my original video, when I said it was created by, I should have said black people. So I'm sorry. I hope this video was insightful and that it taught you something. And I'm excited to see what Beyonce does with this country album.
Let me dust off my cowboy hat, because I had one.
I wish I was lying. I wish I was lying when I'm telling you guys that I have a fucking corneal ulcer in my fucking right eye because some fucking random ass dude blew crack smoke into my eye when I was coming into the MTA. As in, I'm not even on the cart yet. I'm just walking through the fucking station and there's some nigga smoking crack, blew it into my fucking eye. I have an ulcer. That happened on Friday. My eye got like this by Sunday. You have cops at every fucking stop terrorizing students.
New York City is a wild place.
Her children's achievements. Her genuine smile and warm personality left an enduring impression on those who knew her. Edwina was married to 37-year-old Danny Brown. The couple dated on and off for many years. Family members of Edwina described her relationship with Danny as very difficult, saying he was controlling and physically abusive. After the couple split in 2012, Danny allegedly killed Edwina's boyfriend at the time, and also tried to have her killed. After recovering from a gunshot to the chest and the hip, Edwina would help him escape capital murder charges by not cooperating with authorities, and the two would go on to get married 2 weeks after her boyfriend was murdered. When the police questioned Danny about it, he claimed he was at home with his kids, having pizza, and had no idea about the shooting. The case took a turn when an anonymous tipster provided information that led the police to identify the two gunmen responsible for the attack. These gunmen later revealed that Danny had actually orchestrated the shooting. One of the attackers confessed to the police that Danny had convinced him to carry out the ambush a month prior to the actual incident. According to the attacker's statement to the police, Danny had given clear instructions to hit both of them, blow the bitch's head off. He told them to kill Edwina by any means necessary. He emphasized not harming the children in any way. According to the police, on the day Edwina, then 25, was attacked, she had visited her mother's house along with her boyfriend Daniel Hill, then 21, to meet Danny, who had custody of their two children. Their purpose was for Edwina to style their daughter's hair for school. However, instead of the intended meeting, the two of them were confronted by armed individuals who pursued them into the residence and initiated gunfire. During the ordeal, Hill sustained a gunshot wound to the head as he tried to fight off the gunman, while Edwina was hit in the arm and the chest. The police report stated that Edwina managed to crawl into an adjacent room where she sought refuge beneath her mother's chair. The assailants were unable to remove Edwina's mother from their path to reach Edwina, so they decided to flee. Detectives were informed by the hitman that Danny had offered him a $10,000 car and some money in exchange for killing Edwina. Authorities said Danny arranged the ambush because he and Edwina had been constantly feuding over their children. The hitmen were both found guilty. The attacker who shot and killed Hill pled guilty to first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder, and received a 55-year sentence, and the accomplice went to trial and was found guilty, and was sentenced to life in prison. Surprisingly, even though both attackers were found guilty, all charges against Danny were dropped by August 2012. This happened because Edwina, over time, became increasingly opposed to pursuing legal action against Danny. A day before trial, Edwina refused to cooperate with authorities, and the jail calls between Edwina and Danny further convinced prosecutors that she would not assist them in putting Danny away for murder and her attempted murder. Before this,
Edwina, then he turned around and killed you. She was blinded by something. I don't know if I wouldn't call that love.
Okay, let's talk about this comment. We hardly had any alcohol in our system at all. Okay. If you don't know this case, these two married mothers from Kentucky recently went on a cruise, making a stop at Grand Bahama, and while there, allegedly, they had some stuff slipped into their drinks, and they ended up getting SA'd by a couple of the resort staff. But the resort staff members and the cruise line are saying that their story is not correct. So anyway, regarding this
just add pepper.
So,
okay,
I think I've played both of these before. Them ladies got drunk and they were saying, we haven't heard any more from them, so I'm assuming they went into the fog of the night because no charges were brought against those guys that allegedly raped them, but then it came out that they were actually partying with the guys. I don't know. But this is the old news. Listen, y'all, I'll be back tomorrow with some new news. Short show today. Don't stare at that solar eclipse. Y'all be safe.